going to be a very high-scoring game.
Give it up for the good people of the Main Squeeze Band performing live from their home in Los Angeles. And what a start for the home team, the Chargers, and a 7-0 lead. That's Peyton Barber back at the 5-yard line. Barber down the sideline and out to the 30. And the Raiders get the football for the first time tonight. Led by their quarterback, Derek Carr, on a torrid pace. Leads the NFL in passing yards, and he said, we're going to find a way to win. I don't care if I'm last in yards. I don't care if I'm first in yards. He doesn't care. This is his version of Al Davis's just win,
yes,
baby.
And I love it. I love his attitude this year. It's a little bit different, a little bit more edgy, and it has been paying dividends.
And all they have done is win so far. First down and 10. And that is Josh Jacobs, was questionable due to the ankle. He is, in fact, in the lineup and the first ball carrier.
Yeah, there's a lot of stars when we move over to this side of the football, starting with Dale Waller, who's one of the best receiving tight ends in the NFL, who will put his nose in there and block as well. Henry Ruggs is a big playmaker down the field. Joey Bosa, technically maybe the best pass rusher on the edge in the NFL. And Mr. Do-Everything, Derwin James, the signal caller, the money, the star, the safety, the blitzer, the tackler. He does a little bit of everything, and you're going to see that tonight.
Second down and 8, inside handoff. It is Jacobs. He is met at the line of scrimmage. Jacobs unable to play the last couple of weeks. Peyton Barber had a nice game at his spot. Kenyon Drake doing some things as well, but it's going to bring up a third down.
The catcher in the line of scrimmage is something John wanted to do. We said it in the open, they need to be able to run the football. So far tonight, the Chargers defensive front is saying, you're not going to get right on us.
This Charger crowd getting loud now on 3rd and 7. And Carr out of the gun. Pressure is picked up nicely, and that is dropped. Hunter Renfrow doesn't do that often. Going to bring up a 4th down.
This is so interesting. I don't think I've ever called a football game where both quarterbacks are having to deal with crowd noise. I mean, there was crowd noise there for Derek Carr, just like there was for Herbert on his drive.
And A.J. Cole is back to punt it away. Been the top punter in the league through the first 3 weeks. K.J. Hill drifts back to the 13. Finds a bit of a seam. Run into one of his own players, and Divine Diablo. 54-yard punt. 7-0 Chargers. Herbert gets the football again next.
You gotta trust. You fix this right now, or you are done.
You don't need a suit to trade shares. With Superhero, the floor is yours. Start trading today at superhero.com.au.
We're all for hockey, not for the fame or the hype. We're into hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over, and the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest to Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN and the ESPN app, all for hockey.
Every game has a story. Every athlete has a history. Every match has a rivalry. And all of that lives in one place. ESPN. Presented by Shaver Shop.
This month on ESPN. The MLB postseason is in full swing.
Nelson Cruz's shot to center.
The gridiron action heats up with college and NFL football.
Jackson back to the end zone, caught for the touchdown.
The excitement boils over as the NBA
Slam from Antetokounmpo.
and NHL seasons tip off.
Gets it loose up front. Score!
This is October on ESPN.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the list of players with 5,000 passing yards in their first 18 starts is short. Patrick Mahomes, the Hall of Famer Kurt Warner both reached that mark. You know, Mahomes likes his ketchup. And here's Justin Herbert, the third quarterback to take a seat at that table. You see all the fries are everywhere. And he reached 5,292 yards passing last week. And I'm thinking double-double.
Animal style, please.
Gotta go.
Put that ketchup on it, Patrick.
Gotta go.
Making me hungry, Levy.
Here's Herbert under some pressure. Throwing and nobody home. Corey Littleton was chasing him. And that'll go as the first incompletion for Justin Herbert. He was 6 of 6 on the opening drive. 4 different receivers, 4 different players carried the football, spreading the wealth around.
He is not an individual you want to get into a rhythm if you're a defense. And so the Raiders here, after a 3-and-out on their first drive, they need to rise up on defense.
Eckler's back in there, 2 tight ends for the Chargers. Here is Eckler. Going to bring up a third down after the 5-yard gain. Yannick Ngakoue made the stop, always working on his run stop because he's such an elite pass rusher.
So one of these big questions coming in, third downs, who's going to take care of Keenan Allen? We know he's one of the best third down receivers in the National Football League, and the Raiders have a couple of rookies playing in the secondary, and Nate Hobbs at that nickel position, and now they've brought in Amik Robertson to guard Keenan Allen.
3rd and 5, and it's tough to hear the whistles.
There was some indecision from the Raiders secondary on who was going to line up on Keenan. The problem is, you know, when you have a Mike Williams and you have a Keenan Allen out there, who are you going to double? Who do you feel comfortable leaving one-on-one? And if you're John Gruden, if you're Gus Bradley, you know, Trayvon Mullen has really gotten better, Lewis. I think they feel comfortable with him playing man-to-man coverage, and Casey Hayward is a vet. But how are they going to handle the slot with Nate Hobbs as a rookie is a question I have.
Yeah, really their best coverage people are outside lane players. Trayvon Mullins basically stays on the outside unless they match him, which poses a whole bunch of other problems for the defense or presents a bunch of other problems because then other guys are playing out of position. So the slot players are going to have to play big tonight.
So there's Keenan Allen on Nate Hobbs, a rookie.
3rd and 5 from their own 29. That's Eckler, bottom of your screen. Herbert looking left, it's knocked out at the line of scrimmage. Broken up at the line. Solomon Thomas got the hand up to deflect it away, and it's going to be 4th down.
So Gus Bradley decides to bracket. You see, here's Hobbs here, and here's the safety Merrick, and they're over the top, Lewis. That's a great approach on Keenan Allen.
Yeah, it's a good job there by Solomon Thomas for sure, breaking this up, because I'll tell you this, Keenan Allen beat him off of the snap, and it would have been a completion had he been able to get the ball to him, but you're right. They're not going to let him get behind them.
No.
You're going to have to nickel and dime this defense because they don't want to give up the big, explosive plus 20-yard plays.
Got some pressure on Ty Long. Corey Littleton nearly got home, and Renfro let it bounce. And it'll be down at the 23-yard line. It's a 48-yard punt. We'll check the marker. It was 3rd down and 5.
After discussion on the field,